Okay, evening everyone. I'm joined by Moises Caicedo. We'll follow the same format as the manager, so if you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll try and get around as many of you as possible. If we can try and keep it to one question, we do need to get Moy to training. So who would like to get us started? Nizar, down the front.
Hi Moy. What was it about Chelsea when you renewed your contract at the end of last season? What did they say to you to make you renew your contract and stay at Chelsea when they had a difficult season?
Well, they don't say anything. I just wanted to keep playing for the club. They want me to renew the contract, and I say yes because I want to become a legend here. So that's why I renew my contract.
Do you see that they're building something positive though, with the new players, the experience coming in as well? Do you think they're building something positive with Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson coming in still?
Yeah, for us it's important. I'm so happy to have them in the club because it's gonna help to the young players to with their experience. So I'm so happy, and for sure we're gonna achieve a lot of things together.
Simon?
Hey Moises, you've signed, Reece has signed, Cole seems to be very happy. Enzo Fernandez, someone you've obviously got a great midfield partnership with. Are you trying to say to him, please stay with us, we want you with us?
I love Enzo. He knows I have a lot of respect for him because, as we know, the player he is, not just a player, he's a great person. I want him to stay, but I'm not gonna talk about that because if he stay here, it's gonna be massive for us. So yes, I just want the best for him, and for sure he gonna think and he gonna do what he is best for him.
And a second one on Enzo, he scored a big goal against England. He may have some interesting reception from fans, non-Chelsea fans, next season. Do you think he can handle that, the kind of character that he is, that he can handle perhaps not being the most popular player in the Premier League?
Yeah, 100%. He is a strong player. He has a strong mentality. That's why he is world champion. So for sure he gonna manage the pressure and he gonna continue how he finished.
Yes, Bobby.
Hi, Mo. Can I just ask you a bit more? You touched on Danny Welbeck, but you obviously played with him for a couple of years at Brighton. What's he like as a person? What's he going to be able to bring inside the dressing room? And also, what's he like as a player?
Yeah, as a player and as a person, he is top. He helped me a lot when I arrived in Brighton. He was so important for me, and now having here it feels good. I'm so happy to have him. He gonna help us a lot for sure. To our strikers as well, with his mentality. He has everything he knows, and yeah, he's gonna be so important for the Premier League, for everything. So yeah, I'm just so happy.
Did you or any of the other ex-Brighton boys talk to him when you heard that Chelsea were interested?
No, to be honest. When he just arrived here and hugged him because I was so happy when he signed it. Yeah, it's gonna, as I said, he's gonna be so important for us, and I'm looking forward to to play with him.
Perfect. Front row here.
Hi, Moises. You've spoken before about how you initially struggled with your price tag when you joined Chelsea. So can you talk a little bit about how you overcame that so as you could play with more freedom? And what advice would you give to Morgan Rogers, who is a player who's coming in for a similar fee, maybe even a bit more?
Well, I think he's not gonna have too much pressure. Now I feel free, so playing or doing something because I think it's part of the journey to pass this moment. So now I'm so happy for being now a player who passed that. For sure, Rogers is gonna be massive for us. I'm so happy to have him as well because he's gonna bring his quality, everything to that. With his goals as well, assists, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Second row there.
Hello, Moise. Question from Billy. Which midfielder do you most want to play with in the new season? Thank you.
We all of them. No, I'm so happy. As I said, I'm looking forward to it. To be working with them because to start working with them because when you have this kind of players, it's a motivation as well for me and for the other players. And just I can't wait the season start because I'm sure that we're gonna do it really well.
Perfect. Back row.
Hello, Moi. So far, what's the experience for you so far in Hong Kong, and anything you want to say to the fans in Hong Kong? Thank you.
Fans, the people, has been great. We feel like we are at home. You guys are very kind. It's my first time. It's my first time here, and I feel at home, like at home. So. Yeah, to the fans, I just want to say thank you for the support, for supporting us, even with the time difference, because it's not easy, I think, for you guys to watch us in the Premier League. But yeah, we really appreciate because we feel. We realize that you do everything for us. So yes, I just say thank you and that's it.
And one final one just on the right here.
Hi Moses, how's it going? I'm Will from Footerbay. I had a question about Mudryk. How do you feel as a teammate now that he's come back to the squad, and what's the atmosphere like in the dressing room surrounding all of that? Thank you.
Well, I feel happy for him because it's not easy to stop playing from one day to another. He has been really strong. He's a strong man, and everybody's happy to have him back. And for sure, he's gonna come back even stronger, and he's gonna keep doing what he does.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.